You have bloating, you have gases, you have stomach cramps, and you feel anxiety towards your health, that you have a tumor or a cancer, well, you definitely need to do 5 things that I'm going to tell you in this video right before going to a doctor. I had all of these symptoms myself, and I managed to cure them just in one day. Here's the thing number 1: desire. Imagine having sex without being attracted to that person. For a guy, it's quite problematic. How you gonna get a boner if you're not interested in that person? It's quite hard. With the food, it works exactly the same way. You need to want the food that you're about to eat. I had the problem that I'm eating quite healthy. I'm eating fish, chicken breast, rice, broccoli, all that stuff. And I didn't notice that with the time, I actually lost interest in that food. So I was just putting it in my mouth. And that would cause me to have bloating and gases. So after I started to add some sauces, some ketchup to it to make it more tasty, everything have changed. Number 2, imagine you have sex and you go all out, very fast, all in, and it ends up in a minute. Can we count it as a successful sex experience? Probably not. Same things apply to food. You want to eat slowly. You don't want to rush. You want to enjoy the food, enjoy the process. And it's very important to eat food in small pieces. So my problem was that I was cutting food with a knife in the air because I was lazy to get the kitchen board and cut it in small pieces. So by not cutting it into small pieces, I was overloading my system. So I had to chew more, and even after that, still big pieces went to my stomach that my body needs to use more energy to break it down. So once I started to cut it into small pieces and eat more slowly, I basically took away pressure from my body. It can digest it faster and it not be overloaded. Okay, number 3. Let me see. I have here a paper where I wrote down everything that I need to say. Okay, number 3, it's connection to the food and your focus. Imagine when you have sex that you are focused on something else, on your chores or what you're gonna do at your job. I mean, it's gonna be a bad sexual experience for your partner probably, and your sex will not look great, right? Am I right? So same thing works with the food. You need to be thinking about food if you want that food to be successfully digested and not cause you problems later on. So my problem was I was watching YouTube and eating without looking at the food and thinking about it. So later on, it was causing me digestive problems because our system worked the way that when you look at the food, you have contact with it physically, by your eyes, by your receptors. You give signals to your body to produce acids, and that will help you to digest it. And you can have certain hunger levels, right? So you see the food, you eat it, you are hungry, and then you lose that hunger while you're eating. But if you don't have contact with it, you're basically losing this connection, and you're watching something and you just put it in your mouth until the plate is over. And that's what I was doing. Number 4, imagine having sex when it's freezing, when it's -5. I think it's possible. I never tried it, but it's going to be problematic. Same thing works with food. So if you want your sexual experience to be good, you want to be warmed. You want to do it in a warm environment, right? Same thing you need to do with the food. When your food is warm, you make it easier for your body to break it down inside of your digestive system. Because if it's going to be cold, your body will still need to heat it up and use energy. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to take away the stress from your stomach, from your digestive system. You want to make it less stressful, less overloaded. Otherwise, your gut can get inflamed because it has to do a lot of work that could be avoided. If you're gonna listen to those 4 things that I already mentioned, you're gonna take away the stress from your digestive system. That's what you want to do. And the last one, number 5. Have you ever tried to have sex when you're very stressed? I mean, for guys, they might not even get a boner sometimes. So you want to actually be happy, to be open, to have energy getting out of you. When you are happy, it's possible. When you have stress, it's problematic. Same thing with the digesting food. You want to be happy because if you are stressed, if you have cortisol levels high, well, your body is actually preparing you to fight or run. It takes away the blood from your digestive system, and it's kind of forget about it because that's not what's important. Important to make sure that you will survive. So if you stay in this mode, defensive mode, we can call it stressful mode, with high cortisol levels for a day, it's not a big deal. But if you have that anxiety, depression every day, before you go to bed, you think about some stuff, about some problems, about the future, about something someone told to you, you're sad. Well, guess what? You get into that mode every day, and you basically not allow your stomach to work normally and to recover normally, because during the night it should recover. But if you're stressed, you make it harder to recover, and you make it harder to digest the food because the bloods go away from your stomach. So you see how it works? Like, you are not allowed to be stressed. So what I suggest you to do, apply those 5 tips that I gave you just in one day. Do everything that I told you for one day. Watch in the night some comedy show, stand up, anything, go to your friends to make sure that you're going to be happy, you're going to have good talks, and apply those 4 other principles into your food, and just see how you're going to feel. I guarantee you're going to have whether no symptoms or it's going to be decreased by 70, 80, 90%. That's what happened to me. So I suggest you to try it out. Tell me in the comment your experience, and I wish you a good luck, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.